Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm from Ukraine, and I have decided I will vlog daily since the start of this awful war with Russia. I know that Ukraine is often in the center of global media, but I believe there are many more real-life stories, subjective opinions and emotions that we go through daily, and that's why I record my videos. If you're new to the channel, check them, and if you like them, subscribe, because we were hidden for so long behind Iron Curtain, and I believe now the world needs to know more about Ukraine and its people. Maybe some of our stories can inspire or add you strength, and also we are very grateful for the support that you demonstrate. And today I am honored to continue the story of a Ukrainian hero whose cruel execution we witnessed yesterday. It is very likely that his personality was identified together with his name. I cannot guarantee 100% because wartime has its rules. And first of all, his body was not yet found or identified. Then DNA tests are typically taken, and only then we can say with 100% confidence that this is the person. But his comrades from brigade, his family members identified him, and the portrait that you see on a thumbnail resembles the person really much. So if we are correct and official Ukrainian media support this version, this is Tymofiy Shadura. Tymofiy Shadura, who served in the 30th Mechanical Brigade, and he was mobilized in December 2022. So approximately 2 or 3 months he was able to serve and protect Ukraine, and then his life was taken away somewhere in the February. According to the official records, he was missing in the zone close to Bakhmut since the 3rd of February 2023. So this is the probable time of his death. We see how brave and how calm he was. For me, today I can speak like more. He resembled like a person from a film, but the thing is, he's not a film hero, he is a true hero. And today, many people in Ukraine, many soldiers in Ukraine, many families in Ukraine go through these legendary times, you know? For us, words glory to Ukraine, Slava Ukraini, are not just a greeting anymore. And they have so much energy, they have so much love, freedom in them, and souls of such beautiful people who were killed cruelly, brutally, against all the rules of war, against Geneva Convention, because he was a prisoner of war, he did not carry weapons, he was not dangerous. And at the same time, he looks so cool, he looks so much more important and so stronger than those orcs who shot him with obscenities and saying bad words. I'm very grateful for the reactions and your support that I received on that video, and for the comments that you leave, and for your attention, and that you will not forget this person. As a Ukrainian, I can guarantee you he is our hero. And I was impressed by how many people, for example, changed their avatars for his photo. And our president changed, wrote a status, glory to hero, glory to heroes, and glory to Ukraine. And I think it's very important, apart from speaking of all the heroes, speak about each of them individually. And the tragedy is that in Ukraine, during this year and the last years of Russian war, because it all started back in 2014, we have so many heroes. There is even a song by one popular Ukrainian songwriter that I don't want to be a hero of Ukraine, because like typically all heroes, these are people who are gone and who were underprotected, undervalued when they were alive. And I feel really sorry for this man, because we love him so much, we respect him so much, we see his strengths, but we're not able to express that to him anymore. I do believe in God and heaven, I need to. Otherwise, it's really difficult to survive in the conditions of my country, and having lost my mom and witnessing death of so many strong, beautiful young people. You have to convince yourself that they continue, not only in future generations, but also their souls, hearts, minds. And it's very painful that many of such stories are untold. Many of such moments were not recorded, even though this is a very cruel moment. And I have come across comments like, I wish my family would never learn about my death this way, but I feel just the contrary. I think that this recording, this video, is very important. It was shared in Russian social media, so it's not fake. they enjoy such videos, and they are so blind and they are so evil that they think this is a cool video and that they look cool on it, not the hero. But we all normal people realize who is really brave and who is strong and who is the winner in that situation. And of course, these are not Russians, and the same will happen with this war. We will win. But it is a tragedy how many beautiful people died during this war, thousands. And some of you speak, and I will speak about Russian demography and that they are losing hundreds of thousands of soldiers, but they lose orcs. They lose robbers, looters, rapers, and killers, and we lose heroes. We lose the best people who protect their motherland. And that's a tragedy. That's a daily tragedy. And no matter how hard we try to win, this man will not see the victory. Maybe he saw it in his eyes when he was saying glory to Ukraine, but I wish him to be alive. And every holiday, every important event, we hear how president gives official orders that that is a hero, that is a hero, and very often they continue posthumously, like after death, if I'm pronouncing the word correctly. And like you feel really sad that so many heroes are actually heroes in the skies. And our heavenly 100 grew to like heavenly thousands. Also, many of you commented that maybe people who are just like his grandchildren killed him. But I have to tell you that Tymofiy, if it is a correct identification, and I believe it is correct, that Tymofiy Shadura is young from my perspective. He was born in 1982 in July or something, so he is 40 years old. And if you compare his photos, you may say that, well, he looks different, but like in the conditions of front, living in winter in trenches, not having a possibility to eat enough food because our soldiers have enough supplies, and thank you for your support in this area too, but they don't always have access, a possibility to cook or something, and you grow older really quickly. Compare the photos of Zelensky in 2019 and in 2022. These are two different peoples actually. And the same about this man, he's like 40 years old. Of course, he does not look good, and typically people who return back from front lines, especially those who experienced really hot situations, they look like that, and that's totally normal. And imagine how their soul looks inside, how much grief they witnessed, tragedy, how many friends they lost. And at the same time, he looks so cool. I don't know, maybe you will say that this is not the correct word, but in Ukrainian it sounds normal, and in my mind I think it's important to be and to look cool in such situations, because this demonstrates the strength of your character, the level of your bravery. Come on, like no Bruce Willis or other can depict this moment cooler, and that was his reality. That was not a film, that was his reality. So this 40-year-old man, Tymofiy Shadura, was born in Zhytomyr region, in a village. Zhytomyr region is halfway, for example, between my city, Lutsk, and Kyiv. It is closer to the western part of Ukraine. He has two brothers and a mother. He was not married according to the documents, and there is nothing else that we know about him, apart from he had previous military experience and was mobilized in December 2022. And people from his brigade recognized him. And we also know that he liked smoking and that he was really brave. And he did not know they were like, we will see him. He doesn't know that he appeared on so many photos on so many art projects already. Maybe he will become a stamp like this Russian warship to commemorate his deed. Maybe he will be in school books, I'm sure he will, and he is in our hearts, in our stories. Many mothers tell his story to the children right now, but imagine what is weird, what is unusual about this moment. We've got used to sharing such stories from our grandparents, from our previous generations, that they like myths and legends. And it turns out in Ukraine it's reality, and some people even joke that we are tired of living in the history book, but that's the reality. And I am very grateful that you're not indifferent, You can choose more optimistic news to watch, but you choose to know the truth. And I am convinced that being real human, we have to do that. That's why I have watched the video of his execution. That's why I follow news, because I'm Ukrainian and because I'm human. And humans cannot stay indifferent in such situations, because Russia is pure evil and it must be stopped and it must be changed forever. And I don't know what can be done to that society to make them normal and to make normal life next to Russia possible. That's why we have to be warriors, we have to be strong, and we are inspired by such examples. As an example of a hero, Tymofiy Shadura, but it would so much be better if he was alive, and for example, if they did not shoot him in this situation, and he could return back home one day and talk to us. But he won't, because of Russians. And so many Ukrainians won't, because of Russians. And this war is going on. By the way, for this Sunday, we prepare a premiere. We had a trip to Bucha and Irpin with Sasha and some other friends. And we recorded many important places and memories, and I greatly invite you to watch this video and share it in future, because perhaps this will be one of the most important of my videos. If you're new to the channel, once again, and if you like what I'm sharing, do subscribe. And thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for buying coffees, becoming my patrons, supporting my projects, and thank you for being with Ukraine. We have to win this war. Slava Ukraini!